Hello. Hello, beautiful people. This is a little pop-up Facebook Live. I'm Karusha, and I run a little Facebook Live session every Monday to Friday on yoga, Qigong, breathing, and ways to calm ourselves during COVID. And September is Alopecia Awareness Month, and I have alopecia. What is it? It's hair loss, and it can be caused by a number of mysterious things. And in fact, medical profession doesn't really have all the answers yet. So it might be caused by stress. Actually, I just found out that there's a lot of hair loss and hair fall that's happening as a result of COVID and the stress that people are under. There's also fungal infections, there's autoimmune conditions, any number of things. And just so people know, I've done due diligence, I've had my blood tested, I've been to the doctors, and nobody can tell me what's wrong. Everything's fine. But my hair's been falling out for a number of years, little by little. At first, I denied it, didn't really notice it. Then I saw some photographs where I had shiny spots in the back of my head, and I realized, oh, yeah, something's going on. And then about a year ago, I decided to take the plunge and shave my head. So I'll be honest, it's really, really hard as a woman to go through this. And it's been a process of a few years and of first grieving, shame. Shame is big, feeling unattractive. My background is as a dancer and a yoga teacher. I mean, in dance, a lot of it's about the hair, especially belly dance. You're throwing your hair around, all gone. I didn't think I was really attached to my physical appearance, but boy, when I lost my hair, did I find out how much attachment I had to hair and how vain I was around my hair. But it's a process, as I said. So I'm a little bit further out of the woods. That's why I feel my heart's beating. This is kind of a vulnerable place for me, but I really wanted to make a statement during this month where alopecia awareness is on people's minds. I'll drop a few resources into the comments box if you want to read up a little bit about it, and a couple of Facebook groups that have been very, very helpful for me to feel that I'm not alone. Because, of course, you go through something like this, you think you're alone, you think everybody's looking at you. Sometimes people come up to me and, with the best intentions, think I'm really, really sick. I try to gently explain, no, I'm actually fine, I'm very healthy, but my hair is mostly gone. So, shaved it, which was a big move. And then before I shaved it and during last while, I've also been playing with creative things because at a certain point, I just had to accept the fact no more, the hair's gone. I've only got patchy bits of hair. That's a reality. There was nothing I could do to change that. So, that old saying, change the things you can, surrender to the things you can't, and be wise enough to know the difference. Well, I tried to take that to heart. So, I couldn't change the fact that my hair was gone, but what could I change? I could change my attitude. So once that little thing woke up in me that I could change something for the positive, the world started to open up to me and I started to have some fun. I started to find things on YouTube. There are amazing websites on how to wrap cloths, how to do headdresses, how to make turbans, even wigs. I've experimented with wigs, head wraps, turbans, the whole thing. You've probably seen me teaching my little morning things with some kind of head covering. But I've gotten to the point now where I don't want to hide from myself. I feel strong enough that I can step forward. And this is basically who I am. And maybe somebody will, this message might be important for somebody that you can feel good, you can feel strong. It's an amazing journey if you face it. And I'm a person who likes to find the silver lining in the cloud. When I realized that my hair wasn't coming back, I thought, well, what can I control? I thought, I can control my health. And my motto has become, I am going to do everything in my power to become radiantly healthy. because either my hair will come back or it won't, but I will feel good in my skin. So recently, I've been on a journey of Ayurveda, which suits me. And again, I'm just speaking about my journey, which is a work in progress. Other women are going to have different experiences and find different things that work for them. So it's not one thing's better than another thing, but what works for the individual. So I like natural therapies whenever possible. I'm not against taking medicines, but so far none of my doctors have been able to tell me what I have or why they're prescribing a medicine. So I know that they have a lot of side effects. So unless it's really something that I know I want and need to do, I'm basically taking my health into my own hands, changed how I eat. I've been working with an Ayurvedic practitioner. I've been practicing yoga for acceptance, for relaxation, make sure that I can heal stress in my life. And basically, that's what I'm doing. And looking for support from people who love and care about me, which is basically all of my friends. And I'll just finish off by another little word or two about if you have a friend or someone you know with alopecia, um, what could you say to them that could be helpful? And I'll tell you the most helpful things to me were when friends would say to me, I've noticed that, I can't help noticing that you've been losing your hair. What's that like for you? Can you tell me about your process? I'd like to find out some more. I'll tell you what's not helpful. What's not helpful is, oh my God, what's happened to you? Are you okay? Are you sick? Do you have cancer? And I'm not trying to negate any of those things that are very serious and important, but it is a little bit alarming to be going through something so vulnerable and then having people project their own stuff out of their love. So I understand that. And a person with alopecia doesn't need advice unless you ask them if they'd like some. So medicines that one person would be happy to take, I might not be happy to take. And I've already begun a process on what I'm doing. So I think what I'm trying to say is that if you know anybody who's going through something, ask them to talk about it if they're willing. What's it like for you? Tell me what you've been through. I have no idea. What could I do to help? Is there anything I can do to support you? And that's one of the best things that's possible. So I'm kind of stepping out to own this. I want to get rid of the last bits of shame around this. And honestly, sometimes when it's been hot in the summer, I would have liked to have popped my top off and just kind of let the air come through. But basically, from here on in, you'll be seeing me teaching my classes with one more option. There'll be some days when I just feel like showing up like this because it feels good, because it's easier to manage my ears and my glasses, and I don't have a knot at the back of my head when I'm lying on the floor and doing yoga. So, anyways, I want to thank you all for listening to this. Spread this to anybody you think might help, might benefit. And I'm just going to check a couple of, this is live, so I'll interact a little bit. And thank you, dear friends, for showing up. Ananda, Zinya Shakti, you've been just such a support. And thank you. Thank you for affirming to me. Something that it's I'm almost bringing tears to my eyes. It really does help to have your beauty or your energy reflected authentically by someone else. And wouldn't it be lovely if we could all break away from the mold of our superficial, our exterior is the only sign of our beauty. I really want to try to be radiant from the inside, and then I know everything's going to be okay on the outside. Thank you, Maria, Bella Maria, for your beautiful shout out. Thank you, Oprah G. Thank you, Ono. This is actually very sweet. So many of my lovely friends showing up at the last minute and having a little shout out of kindness. So I want to thank all of you for tuning in, and thank you for mirroring love back to me. And this was scary for me to do, but that's what growth is all about. So many blessings, and I'll see you in the next Movement Medicine Morsel. Bye for now, and happy Alopecia Awareness Month. Bye.